Today I fucked up by walking my son to school. This was yesterday. Mobile formatting is easy, so I'll do my best. A bit of backstory. My 34 meters, son 14 meters, is in his first year of high school. His school, in their infinite wisdom, has cancelled bus service within 3 miles of the school. Apparently 6 miles of daily walking is okay for students, stating that within that distance it's not their responsibility to provide transportation. Because of the lack of buses to our neighborhood, we have to find another option to get my son to school. Our neighborhood borders a big field, and the school is on the other side of the field. So we thought he could walk through the field. There are dirt paths through the field, as a shortcut. But, being the responsible father I am, I can't allow him to walk that way without walking it myself first, to make sure it's safe. So, after a couple weeks talking about it, yesterday we decided to walk to the school and see how long it takes. This is the FU. We start walking, and the first couple 100 feet go smoothly. Then there is a steep downhill stretch. Not too bad. Cut through some trees, then up another hill. Then through some sort of bushes, which are concealing a tent and a huge 6 to 8 feet hole that appears to have been dug with a shovel head that is sitting on the edge. The next portion wasn't too bad, a somewhat downhill trek alongside a forest. Then we cut through some more trees, and climb another steep hill, zigzagging through spiny bushes. Finally we reach the school after 40 minutes of wilderness. Then we decide to walk the roads home, because surely they will be easier. This is not easy. There are almost no sidewalks, and it takes another hour. And did I mention this is in the heat? It's not sweltering, but the temperature is in the low 80s. For a 34-year-old who is as out of shape as me, this was horrible. Sucked for my son too. Sorry kid. I hurt everywhere. And, in my infinite wisdom, I didn't bring water. Not as exciting as most stories on here, but it's true. Too long didn't read, walked my son to school, lived an episode of Discovery Channel. So what is the verdict? Will we be going through the field with the potential serial killer boneyard, or playing frogged in traffic and no path? I'm gonna be driving him until we can afford a bicycle for him. We will probably go back for pictures of the hole and tent though. This post needs them. I find the tent and hole very concerning, and I would like to hear more. Wish I had taken pictures. It was probably a homeless camp. Homeless people are known to live in parts of the field. The hole was impressive and disconcerting, though. It was around 3 to 4 feet deep. That would be an achievement with a handle on the shovel head, but with the shovel head by itself, crazy. A kid joked that there was a body in there. He might be right. I remembered reading Diary of the Wimpy Kid, how they could have gone through the forest and take half the time getting there, but some weirdos wouldn't let them. Luckily we didn't said the weirdos, only what they left behind. How about riding a bike? Sounds like a sweet trail for a mountain bike. He'd probably really enjoy it. Not to mention, exercise before school has been proven to be extremely beneficial for children. This sounds like a blessing in disguise. It would be a difficult trail for a bike. Lots of steep inclines, nasty thorny bushes, etc. My old middle school wouldn't even let you ride a bike if you wanted. I lived 2 miles away and rode my bike to school and locked it on the bike rack. I came out of school to find it locked, and the school called my parents telling them to come get it. That's messed up. Today I fucked up by being Uncle Fester. So the absurdity of this story has just become known to me, literally 15 minutes ago. So between the three of us, me a Kenyan, 2 friends, a Scotsman and an Englishman, are currently in a bar in Elmshorn, Germany, when after a series of random topics my mate the Scotsman is telling it's about a lively evening that he had with a German damsel. So apparently after his charm had flourished in all its glory, he and the madam were back at his place and going intensively at it. While he was pleasuring her, he with his short hair was dragged by his follicles and told Fester. So initially he ignores this, but a couple of seconds later, again Fester. So my mate thinks, knowing Adam's family, that she with her kindness is asking him to roleplay as Uncle Fester, so he naturally, in a drunken stupor, does as is asked of him. So, see, the thing is, in German Fester means harder, So while my buddy is doing his best weird spooky impression, expectations were completely different, but apparently the goal was achieved. So there's that. TL, Dr. My buddy instead of going harder role played as Uncle Fester. A Kenyan, 2 friends, a Scotsman and an Englishman are currently in a bar in Elmshorn, Germany. Is this the start to a joke? So a Kenyan, Scotsman and Englishman walk into a bar in Germany. Wahaha. Honestly though, Uncle Fester is only slightly less hot than Cousin It. Those silky smooth and hairless hands hee. Uncle Fester getting randy was not a mental image I was prepared for. Crying face, smiley face. Ha ha ha. He does have a long tongue and long fingers. This whole time I'm picturing Christopher Lloyd in his Uncle Fester gear just going at it. That thought will inflict some deep psychological scars. Well, now I can't look at Uncle Fester the same way again. Today I fucked up by letting my child be naked. Today I fucked up by letting my kid go naked outside. We are trying to potty train. Any parent will tell you how fucking awful it is. My son knows when he is peeing, tells me when he is peeing, and proceeds to pee in his pull-up. Today, we are at home together. I decided to try the naked trick, let him live his life and hopefully learn to pee on the toilet. We live in a secluded area surrounded by trees with a fenced-in yard. No one can see into our backyard, thank fucking God. Hubby gets home and we are chatting about the day while little man runs around. Suddenly, he runs to the tree and pees. Hooray! We shout and cheer. Tell him how awesome it was. This was the fatal mistake. Suddenly, he looks concerned. I asked if he wants to go inside and he politely screams no inside and runs to the yard. I asked hubby about his day. We continue to chat when I turn around to check on the munchkin who is now in the middle of a full-on shit in the backyard. This little monster deuced and proceeds to walk away. And deuce again. We now have 2 landmines with no dog. Too long didn't read, kid shit in the yard. You're going to laugh, but my wife had me get up like 2 AM and rush to the bathroom. Our son was a terrible trainer, so I just go along. She tosses like 5 Cheerios in the bowl and tells me to drop my skivvies and piss on the different Cheerios. Took a second with my wife sitting on the tub and 2-year-old sitting on the counter, but I manned up and sank my battleship. Mommy pointed out big boy's aim and how I was doing it with 2 hands so there was no mess. We flushed, washed hands and went to bed. 6 AM he wakes mommy pee time. She tossed a few Cheerios in and he dialed in his Shaw battery and sank M. He was trained totally in 11 days. My wife is a genius and my aim got better too. Does it get awkward when you're at the pub and have to throw some Cheerios into the urinal before unzipping? Yep, once I let my sons pee on some bushes. It took a while to convince them that douches aren't okay in the yard because mommy doesn't want to have to pick it up. I guess it's better than on your carpet. Very good point. This is funny and cute, def not the first kid to take a dump on the lawn. I'm just glad it didn't end with him getting stung or bitten or something. That was my first thought. For future reference, the key to the naked potty training method is watching the kid like a hawk and throwing him on the potty as soon as he starts to go. It only takes a day or 2 for them to get the idea that potty equals praise and maybe chocolate chips or an M&M. I read the oh crap potty book for 15.99 and would be happy to condense it down for you if you want. I'll never forget one day while potty training my son and doing the same live naked routine. Our dog pooped inside and 5 minutes later, my son pooped outside. Then the dog tried to eat it. Great day. Easy cleanup.